Hello everybody. Hello, it is another day of Dale painting some t-shirts. I've got a group order to do. All these shirts are going to be unique, so it's a cool opportunity to hang out with you guys and talk to you while I paint some stuff. Feel free to ask questions. This is happening live. If you're watching this later, then it's not happening live, but you can look at the comments to see what's up. You can always leave a comment below. I'll try my best to answer your questions. There's a link in the description for Airbrush Kits, Airbrush, everything that you need to get started airbrushing if you want to learn how to airbrush, and my social medias, and a place that you can buy custom shirts if you're interested in that. All that's in the description. But without further ado, let's do it. This is a script design, M-E-R-E, simple text. Make sure it's on the front, yeah. These are just customer orders from a website that I'm going to paint. And I enjoy hanging out with you guys while I do it. And you guys seem to enjoy it as well, so here we are. What's going on, everybody? Everybody's joining in. Good to see you. We got quite a variety today to paint. Beach design. The next one is a beach design. Those are fun. We're getting into spring. There's going to be a lot more beach scenes coming up. Palm tree season, vacations, and bachelorette parties. Time for all of that. I'm using Createx paint. This is the Omni 3000 airbrush. I also use a no-name airbrush from Spray Gunner. Do I do portraits? I don't do portraits. If you want a portrait, I can hook you up with a portrait from another artist in my shop, but I personally, I stay away from them. I don't have a lot of experience with portraits. That's something that I do intend to learn to do a little better, but right now I don't have all that much experience with them. I really like lettering. That's what I focus on, is lettering and edgy style graphics. Not portraits and cute things. Maybe I should branch out a bit. Should have cleaned this airbrush before I started. What's up, bro? I do graffiti with Montana cans. I was wondering if you know how to do it with that. Do it with cans? I do know how. Airbrushing and graffiti with spray cans are very similar. There's a lot of overlap in the techniques and stuff that you'd use. If you're proficient with one, then you can pick up the other pretty quickly. There are some differences, but they translate pretty well. I don't have nearly as much experience with spray cans as I do with the airbrush. I feel like this needs something else. This needs more something. It's not good enough. I've been airbrushing for 12 years. I have all experience in the world with the airbrush, but spray cans are something that I don't have as much experience with. Painting at a larger scale really is the hard part of that, not the cans. I have good control over the cans, but doing a big wall is very different than painting on a small shirt in front of you. This one will be a little better. This one is a beach scene inside some hearts. It's kind of cool. Exactly like the example. Okay, I'm gonna start with some pink. There's two hearts overlapping with a beach scene, the sunset inside of them. From this. Get my hearts down first. And we're gonna do some clouds. Something like that. Now, I'm gonna use a teal. Do you ever get airbrush hand where you hold the airbrush too high? My hand cramps up a lot, yeah. That's what you're asking. I've had issues with my hands for a while. It's not just from airbrushing now. Pretty sure I have carpal tunnel from just working on the computer. I've never heard it called airbrush hand though. Alright, now I'm going to use this yellow, which is going to blend with this pink really nicely. And I'm going to use this raspberry color to kind of frame everything. A little bit more pink, and then palm trees, text, highlights, and then it all comes together real quick. And some stars probably. Hello guys. Hello the little workshop. Welcome into the thing. Alright, I'm gonna do the palm tree first, then the text, which is backwards. I'm gonna do the text first. Bride to be, and then a palm tree. Alright. For the drop shadow, I'm the same distance away from the shirt as I am for the lettering. I'm just not pulling back on the trigger nearly as far. So I'm getting a lighter line. Alright, and then palm trees. Palm trees are fun. Cute little bird. Tweet tweet. I'm gonna do a small one over here too. I always get asked what white paint I'm using. It's Createx's opaque white, just regular Createx colors white. That's what I use for all my paint. The new Wicked colors are great, but they're not really for t-shirts. I use the Wicked colors on hard surfaces like helmets, skateboard decks, and stuff like that. Some reflections on the water, all facing towards the sun. Somewhere away. I'm not looking for an incredible amount of detail. I just want something to draw your eyes to it. Yep. The old stoner. I'm glad you like them. You ordered 6, you said. That's awesome. I hope that they... What were you using before the no names? In the comments, Old Stonard is talking about the airbrushes that I'm using. These no-name airbrushes, which is a strange name for them, but they're great airbrushes. There's a link to them in the description if you want to check them out. It's not my store. It's just an affiliate program thing. Heather in purple. Here's another script design. This is a fun one. I can get real flourishy with it. Thank you from India to India. Heather, Heather. I don't know about that. We had 2 eclipses and a bunch of masters. The masters probably give you a lot of trouble. Hello, Ritzal. Alright. Purple and purple and purple. Okay. I'm gonna do what I call a gel outline on this, which is instead of outlining it right up against the letters, I'm gonna have like this buffer between the letter and the outline. And there's a lot that's gonna happen here. I'm still trying to figure out how to explain why the outline is so important and what makes it good or bad. I see a lot of people put a lot of effort into the text and then they get to the outline like this and they just kind of, they don't put any thought into it. And that's going to ruin your design. This outline plays into the flow of the lettering in the design just as much as the letters do, really. You kind of got to use the same rules that you would use to make the letters to make the outline. You see the distance between the outline and the lettering is pretty consistent everywhere, and then all the ends follow the shape of the stroke. Like especially here, it follows the whole flow of this part of the letter. I don't know how to explain it. Hopefully that makes sense a little bit. Hopefully you can see it. Maybe if you can't understand my words. I agree with that. I don't want to call you the old stoner. I need a name. What do I call you? What's your name? I should know that already. But I agree. The master airbrushes were great at first. That's why I recommended them. But over time, they got less and less consistent, and you could tell just that the machining and the metal that they used just wasn't holding up, and it was frustrating. This goes over here. What time is it? 3:21. Mike. Most thing is to call me TOS. The old standard TOS. Since I'm saying your name out loud, I'll call you Mike, if that's okay with you. Heather is done. I hope you like it, Heather. Next is Emma. Ashish. Thank you, Ashish. Pink and blue. These are kind of simple. A lot of these are pretty simple. Ray, just don't call me late for dinner. Hello? Oh. Well, I can tell you're a dad. Pink and blue. I'm gonna do blue outline and pink fill. I'm actually gonna do a teal outline. I don't know about that. The next few orders start to get a little cooler. Well, there's one cool one at least. Okay. Elizabeth, at least it's a longer name, so it'll be fun to paint. Like your brown rose you did the other day. Brown rose. I should be making some more girly designs and roses and stuff. Elizabeth. Kind of got weird with that E. Not even kinda, I just definitely got weird with that E. Pink. After this we get some bubbly text, some graffiti style things. Change it up a little bit. I remember that rose. It's sitting behind me on the shelf. In a stack of other stuff. I think it's the same day I did the pizza. The space pizza. Just for fun. Hello, I love your videos. Thank you. I'm doing good. Hi, mate. Hello. How much does it cost to write your name? It depends on how you want me to write your name. I sell t-shirts, obviously. Really the biggest issue painting internationally, I assume your international customer, is that shipping is a big deal. And it's expensive and I have no control over it. And usually shipping costs more than the t-shirt does out of the country. And I can't do anything about that, I'm sorry. Meg Kelly. K-E-L-L-Y. This one will be cool. How long have I been doing graffiti? Thank you, man. I've been airbrushing for 12 years. I've been doing graffiti style lettering for probably 3 or 4 years. That's what I would call graffiti style. There's always, when you're an airbrush artist, there's always this block bubble style lettering that people ask you for, that most shops have. So I started doing that from the very beginning, but I personally liked to get more elaborate with the lettering and kind of played with it over time. It was my favorite style to write, and eventually it turned into more elaborate text that I started calling like, hey, this is graffiti lettering. So this is a really simple version of that. I like the style of these letters, but it's a really simple version of graffiti. When I sit down and sketch, it's a lot more elaborate. There's more of the typical graffiti flair in it and things. And I'm starting to bring that into some of my work on the website and stuff, but that kind of thing takes way longer to paint. So the price has to be way higher. And I don't know if I want to do a bunch of designs that take me hours to do each. I don't like that. I like these quick ones. When I'm painting for customers all over the place, I like to spend 10-15 minutes tops and move on to the next thing. I'd rather reserve that time for me to do something that I personally enjoy, or do a custom commission for somebody, a special occasion type of thing, not an everyday order. It would quickly go from me enjoying painting this thing to me being stressed out and swamped if I did this, or if I did that for everybody. But I've got some personal projects I want to do. I've got some cornhole boards that I need to paint. I've got some skateboard decks that I want to paint. And the those will have some cooler, my style artwork on them. When I'm doing orders like this for customers, I don't spend time putting like 3D effects into them. I'm not going to put highlights inside this drop shadow. It's not going to be a 3D letter. That kind of technical thing just takes way longer. And unless you're an enthusiast of graffiti, a typical customer wouldn't even notice that I did something like that. So it ends up being kind of a waste of time for the customer's sake. So in order to keep the price down, I just don't do that sort of thing here. Pink, or orange and purple hearts. Let me start with pink and blend it into yellow to make the orange. The biggest difference between spray can graffiti and airbrush is that these paints are transparent, so you can layer and blend colors directly on your surface. I'm going to put a fluorescent yellow on top of this pink, and it's going to make an orange. And that's going to be super cool. But first I have to fill up my yellow paint. Come with me. My phone just came unplugged. So many subs, so little viewers. That's because all my subs are from Indonesia. I had a couple of YouTube short videos that went viral in India and Indonesia, and they really like it over there, but they don't speak English and don't care at all about what I have to say right now. They just like to watch those short TikTok videos. So I look super big on YouTube, 220,000 subs, but really 28 viewers. But 28 of the best viewers on the internet. Except for Jacob. Let me add this purple to the outside. Purple, right? Orange and purple. I'm gonna fill up all these holes with purple. Thank you, Mike. How you doing, Jacob? I'm obviously just kidding with you. Let's see. Stars. hearts inside the hearts. You guys are great. All right. My favorite part is always the highlights. Oh wait. I see you. I apologize to everybody for that maneuver I just did. No dabbing, he said. Well, somebody commented it. Does it bother anybody that I use the same music every live stream? Every time I start one up, I'm like, man, I still haven't changed this music. I'm not going to change it now because I don't have time. I can't play just any music. I have to play like royalty-free music. So it's harder to find it. I do ship worldwide. I see that question over there. I do ship worldwide. It's just expensive to ship out of the United States. Canada isn't as bad because it's our neighbor. And it doesn't have to get on a boat. The airbrush kits that I had linked, they sold out. I'm not sure what part of the kit sold out. If you want the airbrush itself individually, those are still in stock. But it might be like the bottles or something that's out of stock for the whole kit. I don't know. But that said, if you're looking to get started airbrushing, about 120 bucks will get you an airbrush kit. If you need a compressor, that's also like 120 more bucks. But you can use any airbrush, any air compressor you want to. It does not have to be an airbrush compressor. You probably know somebody that has an air compressor that you can use. Purple. And I'd love to teach you how to airbrush. Cost of doing a business, my friend. Yeah. Yeah. Shipping is the thing. Okay. I like that one. I think that's a pretty cool one. What's next? Sid. I get to use my urban style fonts. I don't know what to call this font, this next one. I have to go. Why? To check the merch. Okay. Well, awesome. Go get one. Alright. Black SYD Sid, I guess. All these names are really short. Most of them are. Sid, Chris, Mur. Okay, SYD. Make sure I'm in the right shirt. Super simple font. Easy. Just black, no color, just black. Okay. Do I have a Facebook? I do. It's in the thing. Actually, it's not in the thing, is it? I don't think it's in my link description thing. I don't use Facebook. I don't like Facebook. I don't use Facebook. I have one. You can find it. Just search Dale the Airbrush guy. If it's not linked. But if you want to follow me on Instagram. If you're not following me here. If I'm not posting on Instagram or here, then it's on Instagram. Facebook is for old people. No offense to old people. I need to fill up my pink paint. So I use all Createx paints for the most part, but I have this big old bottle of E-Tac. TNT is E-Tac, left over from a while ago. I'm not super loyal to any paint brand. All of them are great. I really don't have any problem with any brand of paint. Not nearly as much as some people make out to be a big problem. It all works just fine for me. Maybe it's because I paint at such high pressures. Maybe it's because I've earned the respect of the airbrushes and my paint and it doesn't dare clog on me. But it all works. Aloha from the Netherlands. Isn't it supposed to be aloha from Hawaii? I recognize your profile picture. I agree. Facebook is like a platform to catch up with my grandparents. Usually I do the white highlights after the text, but in this case, I'm gonna do them first. Why, you ask? Well, because I felt like it this one. Alright, black text on top. The issue with doing the white highlights before the black is that you will see the white through the black that I paint. And I'm gonna have to layer the couple layers of black over places like right here where I put a hard white highlight on it. You'll see, C-R-I-S. You can see, it's actually really hard to see in the camera, but you can see the white highlight through the black. It's a lot more obvious in real life. But I can fix that just by layering a couple layers of paint on it. Probably could have left the drop shadow off of that. Gotta run. See ya. Thank you for hanging out. I got one more to do, and then I'm done too. It's a really simple one. It's 4 o'clock. That's good. That gives me enough time to press the shirt. I gotta get everything ready to post office by 5. I have an hour. Purple, orange, and yellow. Let's do, I almost never do this, but it's only 3 letters. So I'm gonna do it this way. I'm gonna use a fluorescent color, the lightest color for the text. M-I-R. I realize it's really hard to see for you guys. It'll be better. Watch this. I haven't busted out the black lights in a while. These fluorescent colors are UV reactive. So black light, ultraviolet light, makes them glow. It's pretty cool. This pink is also UV reactive. All of those colors over there are UV fluorescent paints. They're the same thing, they're Createx paints, they're not special, I mean they are special, but they're the same brand of Createx colors. How do I like the E-Tech? The E-Tech's pretty nice. It's a leftover bottle from way back in the day. It's probably a year old or so. But it's just fine. guess the other color I'm using is purple, so I can use all of these in this light. This fluorescent purple doesn't glow quite as brightly as the other colors, as you can see. Hi, bud. Whoa, you can barely see that under the regular light. Alright, I guess I'm going to outline this in the orange. If I don't, you won't be able to see anything. This would have been a daunting task a couple of years ago. All right. A Miami vibe. Yes, it's springtime, summer's coming up. There's going to be a lot of beachy color schemes soon. Alright. But that's it. I'm done, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out and watching me today. We did the thing. I knocked out my order. I gotta get everything ready for the post office now. Like I have mentioned more than enough times, there's a link in the description if you want to buy Airbrush kits or something. If you're wanting to learn how to airbrush, then I'm happy to teach you how to airbrush. And other than that, I'm Dale, and I did the thing with you guys. This is my favorite one. Shirt of the day. And I'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks for hanging out. And I love you. Bye.